Powerful families who ruled once upon a time. Throughout history, several powerful families have shaped the political, cultural, and economic landscapes of their times. These dynasties, through strategic marriages, conquests, and astute governance, established vast empires and left lasting legacies. From the Habsburgs' dominance over European territories to the Medici's cultural patronage during the Renaissance, and from the Tudors' transformative rule in England to the Romanovs' imperial reign in Russia, these families not only ruled extensive regions but also significantly influenced the course of history. Their stories illustrate how personal ambitions and strategic alliances can shape entire nations and epochs. Number 7. The Habsburgs. The Habsburg dynasty, a formidable European family, wielded significant influence across a vast swath of Europe from the late Middle Ages through the early modern period. The Habsburgs originated in the 11th century in what is now Switzerland, but their power expanded significantly over the centuries. By the 15th century, they had secured the Holy Roman Empire's throne, with their reign defining much of Central Europe's political landscape. Through strategic marriages, they acquired and ruled over extensive territories, including Austria and Hungary. The Habsburgs' influence extended further with their acquisition of the Spanish crown in 1516, leading to the formation of the Spanish Habsburgs. This union of crowns created a vast empire stretching across Europe and into the Americas. The Habsburgs were known for their intricate web of dynastic marriages, which helped them expand and consolidate their power without necessarily resorting to warfare. Their reign was characterized by a complex interplay of politics, diplomacy, and military campaigns shaping European affairs for centuries. The Habsburgs remained a dominant force until the early 20th century, with their rule coming to an end after World War I and the dissolution of the Austro-Hungarian Empire in 1918. Their legacy is reflected in the many cultural and architectural contributions they left across Europe, as well as in the political boundaries and alliances they forged. Number 6. The Medicis. The Medici family, a wealthy and influential Italian dynasty, played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural and political landscape of Renaissance Italy. Originating as successful bankers in 15th century Florence, the Medicis used their substantial wealth to become major patrons of the arts, profoundly impacting the Renaissance. Their support fostered the careers of legendary artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Botticelli, leading to the creation of masterpieces that defined the era. Politically, the Medici family effectively ruled Florence through a combination of strategic marriages, alliances, and their own political acumen, establishing a de facto dynasty that influenced Florentine governance and beyond. Their patronage extended to the establishment of cultural institutions like the Medici Library, which became a hub for Renaissance humanism and intellectual advancement. Through their contributions to art, politics, and culture, the Medici left an enduring legacy that continues to be celebrated as a cornerstone of Renaissance achievement. Number 5. The Tudors. The Tudor dynasty, which began with Henry VII in 1485 and concluded with the death of Elizabeth I in 1603, was a transformative period in English history, marked by profound changes in politics, religion, and culture. Henry VI established the Tudor line after the Wars of the Roses, bringing relative stability and initiating reforms that strengthened the monarchy. His son, Henry VII, is famous for his dramatic religious reforms, including the creation of the Church of England, which broke away from the Roman Catholic Church. This shift was driven by both personal and political motives, including his desire for a male heir and his marital issues. The reign of Henry VI set the stage for the religious upheavals that followed. Elizabeth I, Henry's daughter, further shaped the era with her long and stable reign, which saw the consolidation of the Protestant Church of England and a flourishing of English culture and literature. Her era, often called the Elizabethan Age, was marked by the expansion of English influence overseas, including the beginnings of the British Empire and a cultural renaissance that produced figures such as William Shakespeare. The Tudors left a lasting legacy in shaping modern English identity, political structure, and cultural achievements, making their reign one of the most significant in English history. Number 4. The Bourbons. The Bourbon dynasty, a prominent European royal family, exerted significant influence across France, Spain, and Naples from the late 16th century onwards. Originating in France, the Bourbons first rose to prominence with Henry IV, who became King of France in 1589, establishing the Bourbon line after a period of religious and civil strife. His reign marked the beginning of a stabilizing era for France, characterized by efforts to strengthen royal authority and promote economic recovery. The Bourbons' influence extended beyond France when, in 1700, Philip V, a Bourbon, ascended to the Spanish throne, leading to the establishment of the Bourbon dynasty in Spain. The Spanish Bourbons navigated complex European politics, including the War of Spanish Succession, which shaped the balance of power on the continent. The Bourbons also held sway in Naples and Sicily, with their rule starting in the 18th century. Throughout their reigns, the Bourbons were involved in major European conflicts, such as the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars, which eventually led to periods of restoration and upheaval. Despite various challenges, the Bourbons left a lasting legacy in European politics through their significant contributions to statecraft, their role in shaping modern European monarchies, and their impact on cultural and political developments in France and Spain. Number 3. The Romanovs. The Romanov dynasty, which ruled Russia from the early 17th century until the Russian Revolution of 1917, was one of the most significant imperial families in Russian history. The Romanovs came to power with the election of Michael I in 1613, ending a period of political instability known as the Time of Troubles. Over the centuries, the Romanovs expanded and consolidated the Russian Empire, transforming it from a relatively fragmented collection of principalities into a major global power. The dynasty's influence was marked by significant territorial expansion, including the annexation of Siberia, and by extensive reforms aimed at modernizing the state. Notable Romanovs include Peter the Great, who undertook sweeping modernization efforts to align Russia with Western European standards, and Catherine the Great, who continued to expand the empire and foster a vibrant cultural and intellectual life. The Romanovs presided over a period of profound social and economic change, but their rule also saw increasing discontent among the peasantry and rising revolutionary sentiments. This discontent culminated in the Russian Revolution of 1917, which led to the abdication of Nicholas II, the last Romanov Tsar, and the eventual execution of the royal family, marking the end of over 300 years of Romanov rule and the beginning of Soviet Russia. Number 2. The Qing. The Qing dynasty, the last imperial dynasty of China, ruled from 1644 to 1912 and was notable for its significant expansion and consolidation of power over an extensive territory. Founded by the Manchu people from northeastern China, the Qing dynasty succeeded the Ming dynasty and quickly established dominance over a vast empire that included present-day China, Mongolia, Tibet, and parts of Central Asia. The Qing emperors implemented effective administrative reforms that integrated diverse regions and ethnic groups into a cohesive state. During the 18th century, under emperors like Kangxi and Qianlong, the Qing Empire reached its territorial zenith, overseeing a period of relative stability and economic prosperity. The dynasty also saw flourishing cultural and artistic achievements, with advancements in literature, painting, and science. However, by the 19th century, the Qing dynasty faced increasing internal strife, including rebellions and corruption, as well as external pressures from Western powers, leading to significant challenges, such as the Opium Wars and the Taiping Rebellion. Despite efforts to modernize and reform, the Qing dynasty struggled to adapt to the rapidly changing global landscape, ultimately leading to its collapse and the establishment of the Republic of China in 1912. Number 1. The Capets. The Capetian dynasty, which began with Hugh Capet in 987, is one of the most enduring and influential royal families in French history. Hugh Capet's election as King of France marked the beginning of a new era as he succeeded the Carolingian dynasty that had previously ruled. The Capetians established a strong, centralized monarchy that laid the groundwork for the modern French state. Hugh Capet's reign was initially marked by limited power, with his influence largely confined to the Parisian region. However, his descendants gradually expanded their control of the French territories through strategic marriages, alliances, and conquests. Over time, the Capetians consolidated their authority, transitioning from a feudal system where local lords held significant power to a more centralized state. The Capetian dynasty is often credited with several key achievements that shaped the future of France. The development of a more cohesive administrative structure, the strengthening of royal authority, and the establishment of Paris as the political and cultural center of France were crucial. The dynasty also saw the expansion of French territory and influence, notably through the 100 Years' War against England, which further defined France's national identity. The Capetian rule continued uninterrupted until the French Revolution in 1792, when the monarchy was abolished. Throughout their reign, the Capetians played a central role in the evolution of France from a collection of feudal territories into a powerful, centralized nation-state. Their legacy is evident in the political and cultural institutions that continue to influence France today. Thanks for watching and subscribing the channel.